What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week, and in this week's episode we have a bunch of brand new retexture mods as well as a brand new weapon mod. But to kick things off, we have the Flamer project, and what this mod is going to do is retexture the Flamer from the base game with a much more high-res texture, and this mod is going to come in one of 7 files: 1K loose, 2K ESL, ESP and loose, and 4K ESL, ESP and loose. But of course, this is not the only retexture mod that we're going to be taking a look at in today's episode. We also have tanks 4K and 8K, and as you can probably tell from the name of this mod, what it's going to do is retexture all of the tanks in the game with a brand new 4K and 8K texture. Now, to tell you the truth, until I downloaded this mod, I didn't even realise that there were any tanks in the game apart from that one cell in the Automatron DLC. So finding this one took me far longer than I care to say. So if you're looking to make the tanks in your game look significantly nicer, then maybe this mod is worth a download. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the M60E3, and you can acquire 2 of this weapon in the Salem bunker, just lying on a crate. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 5 receivers, 8 barrels, 1 stock, 1 mag, 4 sights, and finally, no muzzles. Now on this channel, we've taken a look at quite a few LMG weapon mods, and if I'm being entirely honest, a lot of them tend to blur together in my mind, as they don't look particularly different, and they all pretty much use the same reload animation. But to be fair, can you blame them? The animation is very slick. Now forgive me if it sounds like I'm having a downer on LMGs, they actually happen to be one of my favourite weapon types. The point that I was trying to make is with them being so similar, they all tend to be absolutely amazing, and this one is no exception. So if you're looking for a new LMG mod, then look no further. Now the next mod I have for you is the Natural Bundle 2K and 4K, and this mod is going to come in a potential 3 files: the Cave Set, which is quite obviously going to affect all cave interiors, and this file is going to come in either 2K or 4K. And up next we have the Submarine Set, and this is going to affect the interiors of all submarines in the game. So if you're tired of the interiors of your submarines looking beaten up, worn out and rusty, then maybe you might consider downloading this mod, and this file is going to come in both 2K and 4K. And that just leaves the Masonry Set, which I could not for the life of me get to work. And I tried absolutely everything: downloading the mod through a mod manager, downloading it manually, deleting the entire archive and re-downloading. Nothing I did seemed to work. Now when I've encountered this problem in the past, I simply don't include the mod. How can I show off a mod if I can't get it to work? But as I'd already gotten 2/3 of this to work, and after a small amount of research, I discovered that I seem to be the only one having this issue. So if you want to see these new Masonry Set retextures, then you're just going to have to download the mod and try it for yourself. Now the next mod I have for you is something quite interesting, as the mod author has incorporated their own real life paintings into the game. And of course, the mod that I'm talking about is Luxors Paintings. Now to be specific, what this mod actually does is replaces all of the abstract and generic paintings in the game with Luxors' original paintings. And after seeing some of these paintings in game, it's a shame that a lot of them are really beaten up and broken, so we can't truly appreciate the artwork in front of us. So I would highly recommend checking the description of this video for a link to the original mod, so you can get a much better look at the paintings themselves. But anyway, moving on. And now, the final retexture mod for this week's episode is Shack's HD, and what this mod is going to do is retexture all of the barbed wire, shack metals, shack plywoods, shack metal roofs, shack wire fencing, and shack wood, with a much more improved, high-resolution texture. And considering how much time the average Fallout 4 player spends inside of a settlement, the benefits of this mod become instantly recognisable. And even if you're not overly into building up settlements in the game, this mod still has its uses, as there's so much wood and metal just scattered around the Commonwealth. But anyway, with that being said, I think we've spent enough time in today's episode looking at retexture mods, so let's move on to the next mod. And of course, the second weapon mod for this week's episode is the M1 Carbine, and after loading into the game for the first time after installing this mod, you'll get this pop-up asking how you'd like the weapon to be added into the world, whether that be via leveled lists or at the crafting station. But if you want to get your hands on one straight away, then simply head to the robotics disposal ground. Here you'll find a dirty army helmet, and underneath that dirty army helmet you'll find an M1 Carbine with a small amount of ammunition. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 7 receivers, 3 barrels, 2 stocks, 3 mags, an amazing 15 sights, 8 muzzles, 8 materials, 3 right and left side attachments, 2 iron sights, 2 glow sights, and finally 6 damage options to balance the weapon. Now, as you can see, this weapon has a lot of customization, but the positives do not end there. This mod is also an ESL flagged ESP, meaning that it won't eat up at your mod limit. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.